Good morning. Hello everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'll be giving you a prediction reading for February the 24th. I am here with my doggos. I've got Sophie here. Sophie and Sprocket's collapsed over here, as you can see. I was going to shoot this video outside today. However, they're building a shed or something next door and they're very noisy. They've even got a saw going and everything, and they're just noisy. So unfortunately, it is a nice day here, but I've had to come inside to shoot this video because it's a little quieter and a bit easier for you guys to hear me. Now, if you are new, please subscribe if you'd like to. Hit those like buttons, guys, and please feel free to comment down below. We talk to each other here, all us Terravillians, we call ourselves, meaning people who are awake, who have learnt to live with freedom and sort of free of fear as well. I will close my eyes, guys. I'll get started and we'll just see what comes up. I think we would all agree crime is on the rise. We know it's on the rise. They're having huge problems in Queensland here with crime, youth crime particularly. I know crime is on the rise globally, and there's going to be more of it because of the financial taking down of the little people. Crime is just going up and up. And it's getting to the point where police and coppers and all this kind of thing, do they call them bobbies in England? Just don't know how to deal with it. It's the old throwing the hands in the air, like, what can we do? Like, this is what I'm getting. It's like the too hard basket. So they're throwing crime into the too hard basket. It's going to be more of it because people can't afford to live. So they're going to have to steal. Sadly, that's going to be on the rise. Crime is on the rise, and it's saying it's in epidemic proportions. It's an epidemic now, crime. How are they going to... And then they're short of police because people aren't wanting to join the police force. So I wonder why, because they had to implement the most ridiculous things during the COVID lockdowns and do just hand out fines, and this was globally. So, you know, people aren't that keen to join the police force anymore. It's not so enticing as it was once upon a time. So there's less people joining. So you've got a small amount of police to sort of man our countries, meaning that crime is on the rise. So crime is on the rise. I don't know how they're going to address it, but it's having to be addressed. I told you guys about Alice Springs here. It's an Aboriginal town, pretty much an Aboriginal town. It's not fully Aboriginal, but their youth crime is just gone crazy, to the point that all the shops and that are boarded up and people are moving out of the town. That's how bad it's got. And I know this is happening in a lot of places where you guys are overseas as well, because you always let me know these things are happening. We know it's going on. Oh, it's just nuts. So crime is on the rise for very obvious reasons. See, these are all the things that they haven't considered in their... Sorry about that noise, guys. I hope it's not disturbing you too much. These are the things they haven't thought about in their rollout of their reset agenda. That when you destroy people and financially take them down, it can cause another problem to pop up over here. See, this is what they forget, that other things can come out. Like, I mean, their problem might not be the people protesting and standing up. It might actually be all this other nonsense they're going to have to deal with. So it's kind of interesting how this is all starting to play out, isn't it? Because, see, they think they can, these global elites and the people rolling out their reset think they can predict how people are going to act, but you can't predict it because people are unpredictable. Everybody's going to react differently to what they're being hit with. Hence, some are reacting with crime sprees. That's just the truth. That's what's happening globally. And it's youth, a lot of it's youth crime. Oh, God. Madness. The madness begins, guys. Keep watching the show from afar. Keep detached. Okay, let's see where else we go. God, I'm just getting that eliminating cash now. We know it's coming. We know this is the year where they're trying to push the digital. We know in England, Australia, all these countries, France has already probably tried it. Don't even doubt that, by the way people have been standing up. They're eliminating cash. This is the big thing they're working on now, eliminating cash. I'm getting withdrawals from the bank will be very limited and restricted. I think they're going to reduce the amounts, to be honest, because we know this is about control. Credit scoring system, this is where it's all leading to. And I'm feeling like they're going to reduce the amounts being taken out by card, by telemachine. There seems to have been a lot of hacking. We're getting lots of hacking visuals on our mainstream media here in Australia. So they're talking a lot about the big wide web and how bad it is and the hacking. And I told you about that yesterday. They're really pushing that narrative. Well, they are in Australia. I'm sure they are in England and other places too, where Canada definitely, because we know Trudeau's trying to get his little rollout. Who's that Prime Minister in England? Oh, God, I've just gone blank. I know his face and everything. He's trying to push the digital ID. The one before, I think it was before Boris Johnson. I know his name. I've just gone blank. He's pushing the digital ID. God knows what all is. They're all WEF puppets. We know that. That are not even involved in the decision-making process, but they seem to have a big say in all of this. Like, they just come out of the woodworks, don't they? It's absolutely crazy. So we're getting that. They're definitely trying to eliminate cash this year. That's one of their main goals. One of. We know there's many more. Let's see where else we go. Yeah, I'm just getting that structure of the world is really changing. It's structurally changing. See, they've got their plans and they're devising, they're implementing, they've already put them together, but they're trying to really implement them this year. This is the Great Reset. Oh, God, rollout plans. But I think these global elites are sick of waiting around too. They're sick of having to do this slowly. They just want to implement it and all be done and up and running. And we're all being credit scored. That's what they want. They want to be on the other side of this. That's why they're tired. These global elites want to be on the other side of this hump that they're trying to get over. You know how some people say Wednesday is like hump day in the middle of the week? Well, that's sort of the visual they're showing me. These global elites want to get over that hump of trying to roll this out. They just want it rolled out now. They're getting frustrated. And the signs are there that they're getting frustrated. So this is a good thing, guys. We want them frustrated because look how much frustration we've all had to endure for the past 3 years. So it's about time some of these leaders got a bit frustrated. Okay, let's see where else we go. God, a lot of these leaders and people in charge are harbouring resentment towards the little people and peasants, I call us. They're harbouring a lot of resentment because they're like, well, why aren't you agreeing to what we're trying to implement? We have these wonderful plans that are going to help you, and we know they're not going to help us, but they pretend and think in their own minds that they're helping us by bringing in everything they're bringing in to save the planet and help us and our economy. But mind you, and this is what the little people are saying, nothing's affecting them. What's affecting them? Nothing. They've still got their lives. They've still got their cars, their jets, their everything else. They're still cruising around the countryside. Like, absolutely nothing changes for these global elites, only for the little people. And people are seeing that. They are. Sleepwalkers, people waking up. People have been denying this as long as they could, are starting to realise there is an extreme difference, I keep saying it, going on between the wealthy and the poor. There is no middle class anymore. Their whole goal has been to get rid of middle class because by having people who are struggling and in turmoil with their life, it's easier to gain control of them, isn't it? Because they're going to be more willing to put their hand up and take your packages that you're offering. Oh, it's so sickening, isn't it? Hit people when they're down. Okay, let's see where else we go. England's rising. England's on their feet. I am getting that. And it's not to clap Charles on for the coronation. They're not standing for that. it's like people can't even get a vision of that yet. It's like, even though it's probably becoming in your faces, I feel like people are overwhelmed. People are too overwhelmed with trying to survive, and they're looking at their own future thinking, how am I going to friggin' make ends meet? That's what people are looking at. They're not thinking, oh, I can't wait to go to the coronation and see Charles and wave my flag. I mean, we know people will get into it once the time comes, because it'll give them a couple of hours of joy temporarily, until they get hit again straight after the coronation with God knows what. There's more of the reset coming out, isn't there? But I am getting that people are just, at the moment, they're currently overwhelmed with the bills coming in, the cost of everything rising, foods are disappearing off the shelves. We know they are. You guys are giving me confirmation of that too. If I notice anything like that here, I'll let you guys know too, as well. But this is what's going on. People are starting to become aware. Their senses are opening up. They're widening. They're tired, but they're trying to widen their, well, they're not trying. Their view of the world is widening. It's improving. It's increasing. What these people, these sleepwalkers and people waking up can see, there's becoming more of what they can actually see now. It's like they were in that tunnel, just had that tunnel vision, jab wheel, we're all being saved by government, and suddenly someone took the blinkers off, like the blinkers on a horse, and now they can see in all their peripheral vision. They can actually even turn their head and look behind them and see what's gone on in the last few years. Some of them are. Some of them are realising what's going on. This is fantastic, guys. People are waking up to the BS they're getting fed. Oh, okay. Getting China zipping. China won't be taken down. We know China's a real dominant force globally. They will not be taken down. They would fight people to the death at all costs. And I don't mean about war. That's not what I mean. I definitely don't mean. I don't see war. It's just all threats, intimidation. We'll take people down by fear and scaring them. That's how they work. That's how China works, by intimidation and fear. And if you think about it, it's an energy push. You think about them flying their planes into, for example, Taiwan or America or whatever. It's just a threat. It's an energy threat. It's a pushback against your country. So that's what I'm still getting for China. It's I'm just getting that, because China won't be taken down. But see, China doesn't get taken down because it's their energy. They have a very... You think about China, they're very dominant on the world stage, aren't they? They have a real air about them. Like, the only visuals we kind of ever see on TV is of their soldiers marching, and they're all in absolute precision, and it does look very daunting. So again, threats visually, sending, I'm sure they took the video footage, and I don't think other countries came and took that video footage, so it's all a big setup. They know how to plant the seeds and put fear in people. We've got this huge army of men that no one can compete with. It's all just trickery. It's trickery, all part of the illusion. That's how China stays on the world stage. We know they want to be in charge of everyone and everything, but they keep these visuals in the narrative to keep people in fear of them, like they're a very serious threat. That's just what I'm getting for China. But I don't see war. I just don't. It's a war of energy and power for China. It's just what I'm getting. That's what pushes back against other countries and causes other countries to backtrack and back away from them a lot. Not Taiwan, though. They're pretty brave over there, but I think they're used to China. They know they're full of threats and intimidation, but they don't take that on board. They actually don't have that real fear of China, Taiwan, as much as it's talked about on the news. Remember, we only see what they want to show us. I have to be aware of that always, guys, with mainstream media. All right, let's see where else we go. I'm getting Rome, Italy, France, fightbacks, protests, stand-ups. See, again, it's that people want to return to their old lives. I'm just getting that. They want to return to their lives. They don't want this dictatorship that's heading their way. People don't want it. I mean, what did they think? People were just going to fall over and do whatever they said? Who would just fall over? I mean, we know people do, especially around the jab wheel. But I am getting fight backs and stand-ups. They're still occurring. See, we would never see these because they're not on mainstream media. Because they don't want other people seeing it and joining the group and standing up. Of course not. That would mean too many people wake up and you can't roll out your little agenda. So I'm getting these areas, a lot of standing up, fight backs. And they're not strikes. They're more protests now. Like I say, people are coming together for everything. Gosh, I think it was in Oxford, I saw a little video and the police are like right onto anyone who's there filming, and there's a lot of things going on over there in England, guys, isn't there? So, it's going to be interesting to see what pans out in the next few months. Okay, let's see where else we go. Yeah, it's showing me again, people just scrounging for the change in their pockets. It's showing me people pulling out their pockets of their trousers and they're empty. They're looking for every last coin. People are scraping the barrel now, financially. This is globally. People are really struggling. They're finding this really hard. And the thing is now, not just us, but other people are becoming aware that there's more interest rates rising, that the price of fuel's still going to go up, that food's going up and things are becoming scarce. People are aware now, and it's starting to cause a lot of anxiety in these sleepwalkers and people waking up. It is, because they're now starting to see what's coming at them. And when you start seeing what's coming at you, you start to think there's something a bit strange. You start to smell a rat and realise that something's a bit off, a bit skew-off, a bit pear-shaped, and that it's not adding up and making sense as to why we're being hit with this, and this. And apparently, with the reset, there's even more coming out. So every single avenue of everybody's life is being changed without, mind you, their permission. So I'm guessing it's not going to go down so well in the next few months. A lot of us here have had April as a peak, which I think you could be right. We knew February it was going to kick off. We got that In Excess song kick. Sometimes you kick, sometimes you get kicked. Well, these people are getting kicked up the arse, the backside, the sleepwalkers, people waking up, people in the bubble denial suits getting kicked up the backside to bloody wake up and hurry up about it before we all get put on the old digital platform, and then that's pretty much it. Done and dusted, resets done. Isn't it? Because that's where it's all going to begin, with the tracking and tracing. But see, these people still aren't really aware that that's where it's all headed. Anyway, okay, let's see where else we go. Yeah, I'm getting... We knew this was coming. The 15-minute cities. Now, this is long term, but I am getting that cars are going to be phased out. We know they are. We know they want you to just stay within your 15-minute city lockdown zone and walk, ride your bike. Yes, you can ride your push bike. What if you live in the minus 30 degrees over there in Canada and that? Like, so if you're going to be able to ride your push bike anyway. But this is what they're wanting. They're wanting to phase cars out. And personally, I don't see electric car prices coming down too much, because I think they're still going to have that prestige image and status. If you've got an electric car, that means you've got good credit rating and you're able to drive around. So I think they lie about a lot of things. Sorry, guys. Sophie's chewing. I think they lie about a lot of things, to be quite honest. Oh, look, it's Pocket. He's so tired. So I'm seeing that I don't see the prices of electric cars coming down. And the thing is, they're not letting people know the cost of these things too. Like, the batteries are so expensive in electric cars, and all this sort of price and expenses moving forward. There's a lot for people to kind of get their head around. So still not everyone's going to be able to afford an electric car. We know that. Because they're going to still be, I feel, for the elites and the wealthy. There will be cheaper versions, but it's like any car, you still got to maintain it, haven't you? Anyway, and if you've got an electric car, you can control it, can't you? You can just stop it. They make out it's wonderful for theft. You can just stop your car, but they can also stop you if you're leaving your 15-minute city. So there's a much bigger picture at play here, isn't there, guys? As we know. I know all you guys are awake and know it. But don't worry. People are figuring it out. All right, let's see what else we get. God, they're showing me now these sleepwalkers, people waking up are forging a path. They're trying to forge a path clear. Remember I talked the other week about us with our machete? Forging a path like through the jungle, and we cut our way clear and come out like the other side, like chopping through a hedge, that kind of thing. Well, these people are started now. They're starting to find a way out with their machete, chopping down. We talked about Bear Grylls yesterday, the big adventure guy. Like one of you said, he does eat bugs, which he probably does, being bush tucker. But these people are trying to find their way out now. It's showing them like chopping at the jungle or the bush in desperation. It's becoming very desperate now for them to escape the narrative. Desperate, all right, it's nearly on their doorstep. Well, it is on their doorstep, really knocking, isn't it? And arriving. They've left it so damn late to stand up against their government. But I am getting they're starting to chop down the jungle with their machete, and they're trying to find a way clear. Just trying to find a way clear. They're not clear yet. Some are, but there's a lot stuck still trying to get out of the mess that they're in. The tangled up mess of bushes, basically, and chaos. All right, let's see where else we go. It's funny, isn't it? I'm just getting that a lot of these people who sort of vilified and ostracized us way back when, they're still scared to come near us. It's really interesting, isn't it? I keep saying they don't want to be us. They don't want to be associated with anyone who's a freedom fighter and an anti-vaxxer, so they call us, which we aren't, or anyone who's a potential conspiracy theorist. We actually call ourselves BS detectors because we call out the truth. But they still don't want to be associated with us. A lot of them are very nervous about this, so they're keeping their distance. There's a song, oh no, what's that song? I'm Going the Distance. There's a song about that, isn't there? Oh, I don't know. The guides just drop things into my head sometimes. I'm going the distance. It's an old song. But I'm getting that. They're keeping their distance, rather. They're keeping their distance from us. So this is why I always say we're going to have this lag period. We're always going to be removed, I feel, from these people. So if you find that people have just drifted out of your life, it's happened for a reason, because you're just not vibrating with these people anymore. You've moved into a different sort of dimension, and you're just not gelling anymore, and that's okay. You know, sometimes you've got to move on and leave people behind in order to feel good and to make your life better. Because sometimes people who are maybe suffering or going through the dark night of the soul or depression or whatever they might be going through, their awakening process, they'll try to draw you into the drama, and the crab in the bucket image comes to mind again. They love the drama. So you want to stay out of the drama by staying detached and just accepting that you've moved on. I think a lot of us here have kind of come to that conclusion that we've moved on a lot from a lot of people, and even family as well. All right, hang on, I'll see if there's something to close with today. See, we're even reluctant to look back. I'm getting this image of us not wanting, like, it's almost showing me, and I don't know if this relates to any of you guys, it's showing us with a very stiff neck. We don't want to look back. Like, it's like we don't want to look back. It's like, it's not that we're scared to look back, but it's like something's stopping us from looking back. We don't want to look back at the things that have happened, the hurts, everything that's sort of unfolded. It's like we've jammed. And what the guides are saying is there's nothing wrong with looking back. Like, looking back is part of your journey. These are the things that lead you to where you are. So I often say here, sometimes from a positive experience, a negative experience, you can have a positive outcome. So it's not like you need to look at things from the past in a negative way. You can actually just sort of accept things from the past. But a lot of us have this like tightness, and it could even be to do, the fact that I'm getting the neck could be about that not having our voice for a very long time as well. It jams a lot of people up in the throat, and they can become very tight around this sort of throat chakra, which causes all your muscles to be very tight, your jaw to get tight. I'm just getting that for us, guys. So I'm thinking, like, from the guides, it's probably important that we like do a bit of jaw work and stretch our necks, turn our heads, literally turn our heads, to know that we're not afraid to look back. Keep this area very supple. I think a lot of us here, I personally grind my teeth really bad. I'm so bad that I have to have Botox in my jaw, and I also wear a mouth splint. So a lot of you are probably like that, because I used to get severe migraines from grinding my teeth. So I carry a lot of muscle tension in my face. So you guys are probably very similar to this. We carry a lot of tension around our necks and our faces, purely because we sort of don't get heard a lot. So we've got to work on these areas. Like, a lot of people carry a lot of stress in their jaws. Sometimes you can press those hinges there, and you can feel how sore they are. If you do that now, guys, you'll feel how sore that is. Sometimes you can put a warm wheat bag on your jaw or your chin, the back of your neck. You can I rub deep heat on as well sometimes around here where I feel tight. These are just some tips if you're feeling a bit jammed up in the neck or a bit stiff. Baths, a lot of us have Epsom salt baths, are really good with magnesium. Just things like that help us to relax in the muscles. But I do feel like this throat chakra is a very big point that we often get challenged by, because when you're empaths and you're sensitives and you're very intuitive, we get really taken back by other people's energy. I was talking yesterday how a lot of us aren't around a lot of people because we get overwhelmed. Well, I'm getting that today. We have to find ways to sort of push through it and keep that chakra kind of opened up. Keep talking. You know, a lot of us talk here. We share a lot of our experiences because we all understand what each other's gone through and what we've felt, and how weird this whole, well, we call it the clown show, has been. So it's very important that we focus on this throat chakra more than anything else, because when it's jammed up, it's us not wanting to look back. And see, when you're living in that state, that's a state of fear, isn't it? When you're not wanting to look back at the past, but yet it's the past that makes you who you are today. That's a good sort of saying as well. So by going through these things and life's lessons, you evolve and you learn and you grow. And that's why we've arrived here on my channel, or in our Terra Bella, our happy place that we've called it. And we've found ways to feel free of that angst and feeling uptight. We've relaxed. So we've really got to keep focusing on our throat chakra. Hang on a minute. God, I'm getting this song, Sing. Sing, sing, sing. Sing, sing, sing. It's a fairly modern song. I don't know who sings it though. It's called Sing. Maybe we just type it in and see what pops up. But I'm guessing that, see, we get a lot of music here on my channel, and I'm thinking, I know you guys have to suffer through me singing some of the songs sometimes, but I have to sing them so you guys get the tune. But singing is very healthy for us. So if we blare up our, like, Chrissy's playlist, the guides playlist, and just sing, it's very healthy for us, because it's a real jaw throat workout. We get things out. It doesn't have to be necessarily through the spoken word, is what the guides are saying. Just sing. If you've got a song that you love, just sing it at the top of your lungs, maybe when no one's home, which is what I do, because otherwise the kids would whinge. For example, my daughter sings in the shower all the time, really loud, really loud. You can hear it from the other rooms, but we just let her do it because we know that's kind of her way of releasing, you know, stress in her body and thoughts and mind. So I'm getting that today. We can do it, as an example, is through singing. Like I said, do your jaw movements, and we've got to unclack these. I think a lot of us are carrying, because we've had a lot of things over the last week. We've had tiredness, all sorts of things, but there's a lot of stress that we hold for other people collectively. So that's why it's very important that we, and if you need to, get Botox, because I thoroughly recommend it. I have a big hit of Botox probably once a year. I get like 9 injections around my temples and in my hinge muscles. Is it the mastoid? Something like that. I don't know. But it makes an incredible difference. My migraines went like that once I got my mouth splint made. So these are the kind of things we've got to work on, our throat chakra, and staying very relaxed and not being afraid to look back, because looking back isn't always negative. You can look back with fondness, as much as we've had negative things. Look where we are now. I'm sure that most of you, and from what you say on my channel, we've all changed. We've changed so dramatically throughout this whole experience, and we see life very, very differently, as does Sprocket. He's snoring his head off. They're both tired today. So that's what I'm getting. Take care of our chakra, our throat chakra. Okay, let's see if there's something to close with today. I'll get Germany again. Germany's up again. There's a lot of planning by the little people. There's a lot going on with the little people in Germany. Their fight backs have been hard. They've been difficult, but they're still going. They're not giving up. See, it's like the Netherlands. They're not giving up, and that's what we've all got to find, that depth of courage inside of us to not give up. We can't give up. See, it's like for us, if you're here watching my channel, it's like we're waiting and we're watching the clown show, and, you know, we're at the movie theatre still watching this whole show playing out, and we're just waiting for these people to fight back and stand up for themselves. And they are. It's just very slow, because that was a pretty big protest in Oxford, England, about those 15-minute cities. So, you know, the minute they start to hit another country with 15-minute cities, what do you think's going to happen? They're going to rise up. They are, because people don't want it. They'll research, oh, what's a 15-minute city? Well, that doesn't sound very good. What do you mean I won't be able to leave? You're going to record my number plate and then I'm going to be credit scored on it. We know how it goes. So that's what I'm getting. I'll see if there's something to close with. Hang on a minute. Oh, I'm getting the message for us again. Just stay far, far away. We keep getting that Shrek village called Far, Far Away Land, is it? And we get that music, Funky Town. We've got to keep staying far, far away from these people waking up and any of this nonsense that's going on. We have to really protect ourselves. It's very, very important, guys. We keep getting that message. Been getting it for weeks now. As you guys know, you've given me great feedback how angry and volatile people are getting. And even people who are awake, they're even getting cranky, because what's happening, as we know here, everything that they've been complying, because they've been complying, everything's being rolled out. And it's starting to have an effect on everybody. No one's going to escape the reset agenda if it comes to fruition. We know that. Oh, sorry, tell a lie. Except the elites and the government leaders. They're going to escape it, of course, because they're actually running it from the capital. Just like the Hunger Games. All right, I'll see if there's something else. Hang on a sec. God, they're giving me this song today. Trying to think who it's by. It's by, I think, The Promises. Baby, it's you. You know I cannot a way that I do. You know I couldn't if I tried to. Baby, it's you. Yeah. Well, I'm getting that song today. Hang on. I think that, there's a dragonfly flying outside, guys. Dragonflies are good luck. There's one just outside the window. Oh, it's coming closer. Dragonflies are good luck, guys. Ooh, maybe we need to... Sprocket. Oh my goodness. Maybe we need to play that song because there's some connection. Do you remember that song? Baby, it's you, and oh, I cannot away that I do. I couldn't if I tried to. Baby, it's you. Oh, it's such a great song. That was one of my favourite songs when I was younger. I love that song. They play on the keyboard and all that. I think it's the Promises that sing that. The Promises. Well, the promises are made by the government. They didn't uphold, really, did they, that they were going to save everybody? Maybe that's the connection to the song. I don't know, but I love that song, and we got a dragonfly at the same time. So I guess we just play that song today. I'm sure you guys remember it. I'll see if there's something else today. How's the dragonfly? I love dragonflies. Because dragonflies really signify change because they don't live very long. I think they only live for a day. But they come out and then they just fly around for a day and then they're gone. Never to be seen again. So they have a very short lifespan, but they do signify they are a symbol of change. So this is the year, guys. I told you I saw 3 in one day the other day. Sometimes you don't see a dragonfly for like 6 months or a year, and then you just see heaps. It's good. So look out for dragonflies if any of you see them. Okay, hang on, let me see if there's one more thing to finish. Give me some weird things. Hang on, guys. I'm just going to have some tea. You know what they're giving me? They're giving me... well, I'll just say it because they won't give me anything else till I say it. They're giving me that song, Going on a Bear Hunt. Remember that song? Like you'd sing it at preschool or they'd read a book. We're going on a bear hunt. It's going to be a big one. God, the hibernating bears are on the move, so be warned. Oh, there's the dragonfly. It's back again. It's right outside the window. So weird. We're going on a bear hunt. It's going to be a big one. Can't go over it. You can't go under it. I don't know the rest of the song, but I am getting that song. So this could be about the hibernating bears that are waking up and their journey to find out what's going on. I don't know, but anyway, there's the dragonfly again. I'm going on a bear hunt. I don't think we're going on the bear hunt. I don't think we're going to go looking for the hibernating bears that are now waking up that are going to be very angry, like the Cocaine Bear movie that I was talking about. If anyone sees it, let us know what it's like. It's actually a true story. I know, that's hard to believe, isn't it? But I think he swallows all this cocaine or something, and then they go to try and find the cocaine, the guys, because it's all about the money, isn't it? Of course. Maybe it's to do with the Mexican cartel. But I don't think we're going to be going on this bear hunt, guys, because we're going to be avoiding the bears at all costs. But I am getting that song, The Bear Hunt. Don't know. Just getting the song. Okay, I'll see if there's a normal kind of song today. I left those little Where the Wild Things Are film clips on my Facebook page yesterday if anyone wants to go check that out. It's an adorable movie. It's beautiful. It's a really beautiful movie. I really enjoyed it. The relationships he has with the people around him, the sort of monsters around him, blending in his little onesie. It's such a cute image, isn't it? That was us in our little onesie, blending into society, even though we're quite different, aren't we? I think most of you would admit that here. We just think differently and see things differently. All right, I'll see if there's something to close with. Hang on a minute. This is one of my all-time. I know I've got so many favourite songs. You guys probably think, how can you have that many favourite songs? But I actually do. And this is one of my all-time, yes, drum roll. No, this is one of my all-time favourites is Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven. Now, I'm guessing that the message is for us guys that we have like found heaven. And I think most of us here would say that we have. We feel free, we feel joy, we're living our life again, we're getting back to very simple things. We ground ourselves, we've surrounded ourselves with people who are a lot more on our level of thinking. So that's what the awakening is. It's like finding that stairway to heaven. If you think about the stairway to heaven, it's like you picture clouds, you picture the stairs going up to the clouds and seeing things from above. Again, we're getting that visual of looking at things from above. But it's that transition from 3D into 5D. And that's the image I'm going to leave you with today. I'm going to leave you with that amazing song. Oh, I remember a band playing it at high school, that song, and I just fell in love with it. And I've loved it ever since. It's even on my Spotify tunes. I love Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin had some brilliant music, didn't they, guys? So that's what I'm going to leave you with today. We've already climbed the stairway, and it's like we've found our little piece of heaven, which is Terra Bella. We're relaxed, we're free from anxiety and fears, and we've already climbed the stairway to heaven. I won't sing that for you because I don't sound like Led Zeppelin. All right, I'm going to leave it at that today. Not too many predictions, but sometimes we just need, that little bit of guidance on how to navigate pretty much everything that's about to come at us. I'm thinking, because there's a lot going on. A lot of energy shifts, vibration. So really stay safe, stay protecting yourself. Go work on your throat chakras, guys. And stay safe in all this nonsense and BS that's still continuing to roll out. All right, I'm going to say goodbye from Sophie and goodbye from Sprocket. He's always got to have a little... Oh, that dog. I tell you, he makes my heart sing. So does Sophie. They're beautiful. I love my dogs. And thank you guys for also loving my dogs. I know you guys find them thoroughly entertaining. Oh, so I'm going to say goodbye from Australia. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Please comment. I love hearing from you. It takes me a couple of days to try and get back to all your comments because you're really important to me. And hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll talk to you... Oh, God, too many words. I'll talk to you in tomorrow's video. Take care. I'm going to take these dogs out and mow the lawn. All the fun jobs. Bye. Take care, everyone. Bye.